Good evening. Shall we start demo of Lab Solution DB? Okay, so from Mr. Izuka's presentation, so you know AP has functions like minimum sample quantity warning and also user management to prevent manipulation of the date and time. So these functions conforms to FDA USP chapter 41, right? So in order to be total regulatory compliance, so you need Lab Solution DB. So Lab Solution DB is a software used for registering weight values output from an electronic balance to the Lab Solution database server, so that the user cannot manipulate any data. So this software is equipped with security and log saving functions. Okay, so compliant with GLP, GMP. That is to say, it is also conforming to 21 CFR Part 11. So for Lab Solution DB, so for Lab Solution DB, when you purchase Lab Solution DB license, so you will also have the license for Lab Solution DB Data Manager. So you need manager to work. So Lab Solution balance is only just to get the data from the balance, and the manager will manage the data and prevent any unauthorized changing of the data. So before you can start using the Lab Solution DB balance, so you need to register users. Okay. So once you are logged into Lab Solution Data Manager, so you can create users. So for example, I add another user, give the user ID Sanjay. Okay? So username, you have to identify the user. So for example, if I already registered this user before and I put as Jack Tan, which is already registered as a user, so I cannot register this name anymore. So manager will prevent me for creating this user ID. So only one person can be tied with a user ID. So another person with the same name cannot be using this same ID anymore. So if you want to input further details, you can have more details here. You can input email, company name, department title, all these things. So you create a password. Then you press OK. So you can assign this user as a system administrator or just a permit user administration. So I create this as a user, that's all. Okay. So after you create the user, now you can start using Lab Solution Balance DB. You open up the Lab Solution Balance. So before you can let the new user use the Lab Solution Balance DB, you need to set permission for this user. So under user information, so you can edit the user. And set the permission that the user can use with the Lab Solution DB. For example, this user, I will just permit him to create templates and also permit him to execute Wayne. So every time you use Lab Solution DB, any change you make to the software, you need to give a reason. So this will be logged inside the log files. So this creates an audit trail. So every year when the inspector comes, he can choose to inspect the audit trail. So now the reason I put create permission for Sanjay. So now I logged out from admin and I log in again with the new user ID. So every time a new user first log in, it is required to change the existing password by the user because the password was created by the administrator, right? So administrator can log in using his ID. So now Sanjay has to create his own password when he log in the very first time. Okay. When you log in the Lab Solution DB, first you need to select the project. So this project, okay, you can also use the Lab Solution DB Manager to create as many projects as you want. So I've already created a project named Balance. Okay, so for Lab Solution DB, you can connect as many balance as you want to a single PC. There's no limit. But at any one time, only 2 balance can register data into this software. So there's no limit how many balance you can connect with one license, but only two balancers can register the data into lab solution server at any one time. So you can create, okay, so Sanjay user permission doesn't allow me to create a new add balance. So only create template and to weigh. So when you click run, after you select the balance, so you need to select the template file, which I've already created inside. So for the operation of Lab Solution DB, you will see calibrate and tear here. This two function is only available with AP series. So any other models, there you cannot have this calibrate function, only pause, complete, down and right. So these two function is only available with AP series. So you can enter your sample name, sample ID, sample type. So operator is Sanjay Mehta. So it is registered here. So nobody can manipulate. So I can't even change. See, I can't change the name here. So that means this weighing is only registered with this user. You cannot change the user name here. You can change the sample name or what, but you can't change the user. So this is a security feature. So now you just put a sample on the balance. So once it's stable, you can press the print key. So the weighing value of the balance now is registered inside Lab Solution DB. So I have also connected a printer to AP series because AP series has two communication ports. One USB port and also one RS-232 port. So USB port I used to connect to the PC to be used with the Lab Solution DB, and also the RS-232 port I can connect the printer. So this is very useful for pharmaceutical companies. So although they want to capture the data and then store inside the server, at the same time I get feedback. Many customers still want a printout from a printer to keep as their record. So now with AP series, you have two communication ports. No problem, no issue at all. Okay, so once you completed the weighing, you just click complete. And the window will ask you to register the result to the project. So you just click OK. So now it is done. So to view the weighing result, you need to log into Lab Solution DB Manager to see this result. So now I give you a demo on creating a new template. So you can create as many templates as you want according to your customer requirement. So for the new template, you can edit how many rows you want and how many columns you need. So once you selected, you press OK. So you can rename the title of the column and also the rows. For example, this tear net gross function is applicable to pharmaceutical companies because every time they weigh a sample, they will first put a container. So they need to capture the tear weight. Then they weigh the sample, so they need the net weight of the sample without the tear container weight. And finally, they want the gross weight, sample weight plus the container. So the gross weight you can edit and include the calculation. So there are many formulas in the template, right? So the gross weight is simply the sum of tear weight and net weight. So you use sum. So it's sum of tear weight and net weight. So this is A1 colon A2. So you press OK. So you can also edit the format. So this is a 5 decimal balance. Okay, by default, it only shows 3 decimal place. So you have to change the format to 5 decimal. Then you press OK. So now you can check whether your calculation is correct. Tear weight you put 5 gram, and then sample weight you put 10 gram. So total should be 15 gram. So once you confirm, you can save the template file. So I give the name tear net gross. And I save the template. Okay. So now, when I perform weighing function again, I can call up this template. So this is the one I just created, right? Tear net gross. So I can use this. Okay. So now the first step is I put on the container. Take this as a container. Okay. So the container weight will be registered here. So next you need to tear, right? So you can use the function on the lab solution DB. You tear the balance. And you load the sample into the container. the sample weight, net weight of sample, and gross weight will be the total of the tare weight and the net weight of the sample. So once you completed, you can click complete. So the software will ask you to register this result to the project. You click OK. So this is done. So to know whether your result is registered into the server, so you need to log into Lab Solution Manager. So this is the data manager. You click. You select the project that you used just now, balance. Okay, see? So registered by Sanjay. All this information is recorded with the Lab Solution Data Manager. So the date required, acquired by who, modified, updated, so instrument number, instrument, so which PC acquired this data. So if you want to see the weighing result, you just click. So this is your weighing result, registered in the server now. Sample 1, date, the data, okay, so the date. So, just now I told you there's a log file, right? So you can view the log files by using the log browse function here. So every information is recorded in the log files. So if the inspector wants to inspect or do an audit trail, so these log files will provide this audit trail. Okay. That's all for my presentation.
Thank you, Jack. All right, with this, we are ending the technical session, and now we have simultaneously 2 sessions going on. One is the live demo of the machines, which you can make up small groups and understand from the engineers. And on the other side, we will have a photo session. We would like to present you a photo frame before you leave today's event. So one by one, you can come and take a picture together with us. And 7 o'clock, we will stop the demonstration. And from 7 p.m., our cocktails and dinner will start. We're going to officially relaunch the AP series for all of you at 8 p.m. All right, thank you very much for your time and attention. Just one more announcement. The products what we have introduced, AP opens altogether a new window. I just like to share one small experience. We had one case last year with a FMCG company. It was Procter & Gamble. They wanted to buy 40 analytical balances, but they wanted to have a computer connectivity. We lost the order because it was not CFR compliant. It was like a huge order. So then Shimazdu took it seriously and they developed the lab solution software and the super micro weighing balance. Stablo AP. Nobody in the world has got Stablo AP. It opens altogether a new avenue for you to go and even approach a customer who is using Metler, Sartorius or any brand. Static removal, will show you the video. You can see that and you will see the variations. When you are especially dealing with 6-digit or 7-digit, you will have so many customers using micro balance and super range balances. So Stablo is altogether a different business. AP series, you can have external Stablo ionizer, or you can order later and they can upgrade it with built-in. That also the engineers can show you how to install it. It's very easy. So ionizer, different market, super range balance, a different market, lab solutions, connecting multiple balances, beautiful market. You will see that, and in this, computer connectivity, CFR compliant, only 2 manufacturers in the world until now, and that too with their highest range. So you know Shimazdu quality, you have been selling this for a couple of years now. You know the quality, durability and performance. So we will stand guarantee to our quality. And this feature, once you have, you can go and fight against any brand in the world. The moment you say CFR compliant and customer wants to connect with computer, you have the order in your table. It's complicated, it's not that easy to configure software. Nagesh, Venkat and Satish will help you configure a software configuration for that customer. And you have statistic printer which can be used by existing customer using any Shimazdu balance who wants to have CFR compliant. So a whole new range of product range open to every one of you. I wish you all the best and thank you very much once again. So we'll make some small groups and we'll have the photo session done. Thank you very much for your time and effort. Thank you.
The fields of love. Well, Shimadzu doesn't need any kind of introduction, as it's 140 years experienced company established since 1875. It has the uniblock technology patent since 1989. Has sales network throughout India, which is 500 plus channel partners across. Shimadzu Balance business started in the year 1918, which is 99 years old right now, and we will be celebrating our 100th anniversary next year, 2018, and will be growing leaps and bounds with your support with us. Taking the event forward, may I now invite Fujino-san, Managing Director, Shimadzu Analytical India Private Limited, to please join us here. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Izuka-san, General Manager, Balance Business Unit. Please welcome her with a huge round of applause. Analytical and Measuring Instruments Division, Shimadzu Corporation. Ayaka-san, International Business Department. 5 years in Shimadzu Corporation. First 4.5 years in Analytical and Measurement Unit, Middle East and Africa Group. Please welcome them with a huge round of applause. Also, Koriyama-san, Deputy General Manager, Analytical Sales and Marketing, Shimadzu Analytical Indian Private Limited, 4 years in Mumbai and 13 years with Shimadzu Corporation. Also, Budi-san, Senior Manager for Balance Business, 11 years in Shimadzu. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Also, Jack-san, Technical Support, Precision Balance, Shimadzu Asia Pacific PTE Limited, Singapore, responsible for complete support and customer service for precision balances. Once again, Ket and Shia. Please welcome them with a huge round of applause. Mehta family has been contributing to scientific community in India for nearly 50 years now, from 1967, with founding fathers late Sri Arvind N. Mehta, whose vision and commitment to serve Indian industries with highest level of quality service and bringing them latest technologies from world. These two brothers have taken miles ahead and created an empire, A&M Alliance at A&M House. Please welcome both of them with a huge round of applause. May I now request them to present a bouquet to all our dignitaries. Thank you all for joining us, but before we go back to our seats, why not we make this moment even more special with a special picture?
Yeah. Okay, ready, smile.
Once again, ladies and gentlemen, huge round of applause for the entire team. Thank you. Working connectivity, built-in ionizer for electric static remover, USB data support. Let's have a look at the AV to know a little more about our all-new AV series. Ladies and gentlemen, the AV.
excellence in science, shimazdu.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We have the all-new AP series for you and we hope you're liking it. What do you say? Let's make some noise. Alright, now may I request Mr. Fujino-san to kindly join us here and say a few words. Please welcome him with a huge round of applause.
And it's more. So whenever you have a time, please visit us to see our lab. And you will feel the shimazdu business analytical instrument business is expanding very much. So why not balance? Please follow us. Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you very much to join this ceremony. I'm very happy. Two happy moments. One is many persons gather this ceremony. Second, I really appreciate to join this ceremony. Me, I come to India. India is very happy country. I think I would like to expand the sales with you, with everybody, and with new AP series. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for talking to us. May I now request Ayaka-san to please join us here and share a few words. Please welcome her with a huge round of applause, everyone.
Hello again. I'm really happy to start my balanced business career with our new product, AP, and also with great Indian subsidiaries, not subsidiaries, so distributors, and also dealers and sub-dealers. I'm really happy to work with you right now, and I promise I will try to, no, not I will try. I'm sure I will help you with my sales tools, and also I will help you with from Japan always. Thank you so much.
Good evening. And cheers to all my friends behind. Today has been a very memorable day for us, and we launched the concept of SHIAM in 2014, and we have seen the success and the result. It's all because of the contribution you all have given. 3 cheers for everyone. Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray! Hip hip, hooray!
like to thank all our dignitaries from Japan, Singapore and shimazdu India team to join us. Special thanks to all our partners coming from all different parts of India and our entire SHIAM team, Mr. Nagesh, Mr. Venkat, Mr. Satish, the entire technical team, Mr. Vaman, Mr. Meghraj, Ms. Jayashree, Mr. Vinod. They have been extensively contributing to this entire event. We hope you will enjoy this event and today's evening, and we hope to see a great and better future for all of us together. Thank you very much.
As we come to the end of our event, we would like to thank you all for gracing the event with your presence. But as you know, if you feel the party is ended, well, we all know the party is just started. So please go ahead and enjoy your dinner and cocktails. Thank you all.